Wow. I watched the replay of NXT July 25th of 2018 episode. Wow. First off, that World Championship match was way too valuable not to be on the NXT TakeOver Brooklyn match for their upcoming pay-per-view going into SummerSlam weekend. I have to say this much, guys. Aleister Black and Tommaso Ciampa put on a pay-per-view main event on this episode. This wasn't even just a good standard main event one-on-one matchup that you'd normally see on NXT. This was pay-per-view-esque type shit. I mean, literally, they tore the house down with this matchup. They were unbelievable with each other. They were ruthless with one another. And they were back and forth, non-stop, from bell to bell. And I gotta say, what a fucking mind-blowing ending. Johnny Gargano being the factor, which I kind of figured that was going to happen, but not in the sense of accidentally costing Aleister Black the championship. I gotta say, that was fucking unbelievably insane. Just watching it was crazy. Johnny Gargano really needs to get the fuck back. Like, take a step back for a minute, because he just fucked over Aleister Black. This match should lead to Aleister Black and Johnny Gargano going at it one-on-one at TakeOver Brooklyn. Because I gotta tell you something, this should be pissing off, based on storyline-wise, this should piss off Aleister Black to the max. Because there was no reason for Johnny Gargano to get involved in this match. Black had this match under control. Granted, Tommaso Ciampa had the championship belt ready to launch into Aleister Black's skull, but the referee was on the outside. And Johnny Gargano's obsession with trying to stop Tommaso Ciampa from achieving his dreams helped him achieve it. And that, to me, just spells a matchup between just a quick stop for Johnny Gargano before he has his match with Tommaso Ciampa for the World Championship with Aleister Black. I think that's where this is going to lead. Tommaso Ciampa, on the other hand, I think is going to have a new opponent to face for the World Championship, or they may do a triple threat match for the main event. I'm not quite sure yet where they're going to go with this. So, at this point, I'm not sure. But, overall, this matchup was a pay-per-view type match. There was no doubt about it. Going into other things, there was good storyline progress with Ricochet extending a little bit more insight and interest in facing Adam Cole for the North American Championship belt at NXT Brooklyn TakeOver. So that's definitely stemming out to be a matchup that's going to happen. We also had the tag team champions come out alongside with Adam Cole up on the ramp. And they were kind of greeted behind by the War Raiders. And then on top of it, they went to the other side of the arena to get away from War Raiders. And Mustache Mountain, Trent Seven, and Tyler Bate were behind them as well, and they beat the shit out of them. So it's looking like the tag team titles are going to be in a triple threat match with War Raiders and the Mustache Mountain. That's pretty much what I'm getting at with this tag team match. But we've seen triple threat tag team matches done by NXT so many times. on NXT TakeOver events. I think maybe they should maybe just narrow it down to one team to face the tag team champions. So I think probably they might want to go with a tag team number one contendership, which would be a smart idea to do. On top of that, it would give a main event spot to these two teams that really haven't gotten a main event spot at all, except for when the Mustache Mountain defended their tag team titles against the Undisputed Era, Roderick Strong and Kyle O'Reilly. So, quite frankly, I think that would be a very good idea for them to do for another NXT episode. We also saw Lacey Evans go one-on-one. She had her match, beat a enhancement talent. And we got to see the contract signing for the Women's Championship between Kairi Sane and Shayna Baszler. That little interaction, I like Shayna Baszler. Shayna Baszler kind of reiterated something. She stated, yes, I may have lost to you at the Mae Young Classic in 2016, but I was not the same person that I am now. So to me, this isn't a rematch. This is a new match between you and I. And if that's the case, then granted, wonderful. I don't know how she was in the Mae Young Classic. I never watched the tournament to begin with. But Shayna Baszler has been very impressive. She was very well-spoken in this whole entire contract signing. She was trying to get into Kairi Sane's head, which is what she does most of the time leading up to her matches against her opponents. Sorry, there's something in my throat. But pretty much the interaction, though, on Kairi Sane's part really sucked. All she kept saying is the same thing over and over and over again, which kind of troubles me a little bit. I mean, I know she speaks English, not fluent, but she speaks it. And all she kept saying is, I know, and you know, I will beat you at NXT Brooklyn. Okay. Now, why is she going to believe that you can beat her for her championship? If she does that, she's going to lose her championship. Hence, that's why I don't believe that. But that's not here or there. It was an interesting contract signing, at least on Shayna Baszler's part. Kairi Sane really didn't say a whole lot of anything except the same repetitive sentence over and over again. I think about 3 different times. What else? Oh yeah, and Bianca Belair, she went ahead and she made her statement felt that she really, she got injured, and so forth, and she wasn't able to attend the Fatal 4-Way match, and she feels that she doesn't have to be in a Fatal 4-Way match because she's been undefeated. There's been no one that has beaten her before. At that point, that really, in her mind, enables her to be the number one contender to begin with. So, in a kind of a sense, it does make sense. I honestly, like I said, I do believe I've said this before in previous episode reviews. I have said Bianca Belair is the woman that needs to take the title off of Shayna Baszler. She's the best one to do it. She's got a charisma to her. She also really looks believable in the sense that she's a very athletic woman. And I think she would fit the bill in some senses of being a women's champion. So, quite frank with you guys, I think she's the right person to drop the title from Shayna Baszler to her. I don't think that really anyone else at this point right now deserves an opportunity to win the championship except for her because of the based on her character and the way she performs in the ring. She's very athletic and very good at what she does. So I got to give her that much credit. Do I care too much about her? Not exactly. Not in the sense of like a Shayna Baszler or a Ronda Rousey. I like women that are like tomboy, athletic ass kickers. I think they are they're the thing that you can build on an attraction around, and make big money with. And I find like Shayna Baszler and Ronda Rousey to be those kind of women that WWE can build off of and make big money with. Not to mention make the women's division legit in comparison to some of the women that we now have as champion, such as Carmella and Alexa Bliss. Alexa Bliss used to be worthy of being a champion, but she has developed into this loser-like wrestler who does not do anything in her matches. She's just absolutely fucking boring to begin with, as of late, from what I've seen since the beginning of this year, and since she's won the title back from Sasha Banks, she has done nothing as champion. So I haven't been too impressed with her. But yeah, as I already mentioned, talked about the main event championship match. Shayna Baszler also had a little confrontation with Candice LeRae, Johnny Gargano's wife. She happened to mention in that contract signing that Candice LeRae should be a stay-at-home mother, cooking and cleaning for the family, while Johnny Gargano goes out and makes the money and the bread for the family. She didn't take too kind to those words, so she had a confrontation with her. I think that might lead to a NXT matchup on television for those two as a main event leading into NXT Brooklyn, which time can only tell. I think that would be very good for Candice LeRae to get an opportunity to compete against the women's champion. I would make Candice LeRae lose this match unless you have like Kairi Sane do an interruption and help Candice LeRae get the victory, making her not look so strong against the champion, but helping build towards a little confrontation and friction between Kairi Sane and Shayna Baszler. But that's pretty much just kind of my little future predictions, what could be happening leading up to NXT TakeOver Brooklyn. But anyway, guys, leave your comments and opinions down below. I'll definitely get back to you on that. Also, on top of that, hit the like button if you liked the video, and hit the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed to the channel. Thanks a lot, guys, and thanks for watching. Bye.